Welcome to Rhetorical Kpop. I'm Kirsten.
I'm Aubrey. Today we're coming to you with an analysis of Beautiful Liar.
Worth it is one desire. I know things about it that you wouldn't want to read about.
Not that one. I'm a beautiful, no a cowardly liar.
That one. We were literally supposed to do this for my birthday in March.
Welcome to March. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Hey! Welcome to actual analysis time. And I bet you thought we were never gonna get there.
This music video is hugely complex and deep.
It has layers. Like a parfait.
Is that joke even relevant anymore?
This video comes to you in 3 parts because we have 3 key things to tell you. Only 1, 2, 3. 3 things. Thing number 1 is that Ravi and Leo are the same person. Thing number 2...
The painting! It's the painting!
Yes, it's the painting.
It's the painting!
And thing number 3 is the...
A Space Jam!
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam.
There have been a lot of questions about who Leo and Ravi are in this video, and we've come today with an answer for you. We think they are the same person.
Like literally, actually, the same person.
And there's a lot of different indications that this might be the case. For instance, they have a lot of physical mimicry, like when they're sitting on the bed together.
They do a lot of looking up where their like faces are down and they stare up at the same time, the exact same time.
Yeah, and there's even some really cool moments where Leo is looking into the mirror and suddenly becomes Ravi. And because we're that kind of kid, we even have timestamps for you in case you want to look at these moments yourself.
He's so fancy!
The first one happens at 1 minute and 12 seconds through 15 seconds in, and then the other one is at 1 minute and 26 seconds in.
There's also that table dancing scene where Ravi is on top of the table and the woman that's supposed to be Leo's lover is underneath it. And they're dancing together. It's framed in a particular way that Leo is actually the focus rather than Ravi, because when the shots are taken, Leo is in the foreground and Ravi and the girl are in the background dancing. And sometimes it cuts to Ravi, but it always comes back to Leo in the foreground. So that kind of indicates that whatever's going on between those two is probably just going on in Leo's head, not actually occurring in a physical room.
There's also a good solid minute, like I kid you not, like from 3 minutes to 4 minutes, Leo is just doing a whole lot of grabbing Ravi, particularly to stop him from attacking the girl or pursuing her further. It's like he is literally holding himself back and then choking and smothering that part of himself. So there seems to be an indication that that is yet again him interacting with a piece of himself. And if that weren't enough...
Hey, Kirsten.
Hey, Aubrey.
Let's talk about the painting.
What painting?
Oh, I don't know. Only the painting that tells the whole story of the music video, the important painting, the painting that proves all of our points, the painting that we spent 60 minutes analyzing, the one we have a bazillion screen caps of. That painting.
Oh yeah, That painting. Behold the painting.
We even made sure it was big enough for you to see this time. Look at those editing skills.
So it's important to note that the painting represents one of the deeper narratives of the music video, which is focused on Leo and Ravi and the way that they are literally splitting apart. And it's illustrated in the way that the painting, or rather more of a set of paintings, actively shifts and moves around the room where Leo, Ravi, and the girl are.
The first time we see the painting is at the 1 minute and 44-second mark.
It's hard to see the painting or know what it really is because it's so far into the background. But if you watch throughout the music video, there's some really cool moments that happen.
It gets even bigger and awesomer as the music video goes on, but in that first moment, what it is two halves of two separate faces that are put together in the middle.
So you might ask yourself, what is the painting actually of? Why do they care? Why are we spending so long talking about this painting? Well, you remember when Aubrey got really excited earlier, she mentioned this is the painting that tells literally the story of the entire music video. And if you actually look at it, it's because one half of the painting is Ravi's face and one half of the painting is Leo's face. You can tell because of the hair color, one half has white hair, one half has black hair, but also because of the facial structure, because Ravi and Leo have very distinct features which are reflected in the painting. One's got the cute little teeny pouty lips, and one does not have the cute little pouty lips.
It does very slowly grow over the course of the music video, but when we hit the 3 minute and 59-second mark, the girl that was presumably Leo's lover walks out of the room that she was interacting with Ravi and Leo in, and suddenly this painting takes the whole back wall of the room when Leo is pulling Ravi back and trying to restrain him from leaving to follow the young lady.
And there's a lot of really cool things that start happening with this painting as soon as she exits the room. For instance, not only is it bigger, but their faces have become complete and they're actually on separate sides because Leo was originally on the right-hand side and suddenly he is on the left-hand side and Ravi is on the right-hand side instead. So they've switched. They're moving away from each other.
And then it's also notable that if you look a little bit closer, Ravi's face is fully emotional, while Leo's is only half emotional with tears coming out of one side but not the other, kind of like anime crying.
And in that same vein, Leo is looking down as though he's defeated, and Ravi is looking up as if off into the distance, searching for meaning and purpose. They're also moving into separate color palettes, because in the center they're in red, whereas Leo is moving into green and Ravi is moving into orange.
Ravi is also surrounded by these little like veins or shots of color that look a lot like the veins of a heart, which leads us into our next section, sort of.
Kind of.
We're gonna go with that.
Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance to your dance at the Space Jam.
Two key spaces, the bedroom and the...
여기는 a beach? Beach? Beach?
Yeah, that.
The room with the girl in it is also important, but we already covered that when we were talking about the painting and the first part, so we're gonna skip it. Beep. Thank you for that.
The bedroom.
Oh my.
This space is important because it shows that Ravi and Leo are the same person, but also not quite.
We lied just a little teeny bit because Leo is an actual person in the narrative.
Whereas Ravi is more of the personification of Leo's intense emotions.
See, I told you when we were talking about that painting and how Ravi had little veins like a heart around him that it was leading into this section. You didn't believe me, did you?
Aubrey, Enough with the painting. This is the Space Jam. If you remember that whole magical musical transition and everything, we danced, it was great. It means it's the Space Jam, not the painting parade. Okay, so the awesome thing about the bedroom is that you actually have two separate connected spaces. Leo is in the actual bedroom where the girl is in the process of leaving him. Ravi, on the other hand, is on the bed of internal anguish, where he's in a bedroom that's similar but is inside. The way that you can tell they're the same space but different is if you look at the actual stylings of the room, it's the same furniture, same location. But Leo's room, he is chill, he is cool, he's collected, he might as well not be experiencing heartbreak for all he's moving. Which is why the room is neat and well made. But Ravi, he is upset. Boy's having a bad day. He is the anguish, the grief, the anger at loss. And so his bed is torn up, and there is neon lighting. Spells VIXX, P.S.
Super important, guys.
Super important.
Super important.
But it's a dark, dingier space because Leo is actually really upset. So the difference in the two spaces shows that even though Leo looks cool, he's actually crying on the inside.
And now, sorry, Big Bang, not a happy beach.
We are crashing upon the shores of Leo's apathy.
It's a sad beach. It's also an imaginary beach.
It's Leo's eternal anguish beach.
So what's important about this beach?
The beach represents a place of give and take, life, death, potential, destruction, life, beauty, violence.
Get that acting degree at workout.
It's significant because this is the first time we actually see him engaging with his emotions in a way that isn't trying to kill them, which is, kind of different and new compared to the other spaces.
Which means we need to talk about the hamster on the piano.
Hamster on the piano. Hamster on the piano.
Not that one. This one.
Hamster on the piano. Hamster on the piano.
Notice that Leo's piano is functional.
But also notice the keys on Leo's piano. They're bright and colorful.
Now look at Ravi's piano. Now look back at Leo's. Now look back at Ravi's. And then at Leo's and then back at Ravi's again. Ravi's is bright and colorful, but it's also broken.
Why is that significant? Well, because the colors not only show the connection, because the pattern and colors on the keys of Leo's piano literally match the pattern and colors on Leo's piano, but it also kind of shows that the conversation is one-sided. Ravi can't play the piano and basically rage quit his job.
As Leo's emotions. Leo's piano, on the other hand, is functional. It's still able to make music, but Ravi's is smashed. His piano can't play anything anymore. Whether that means that Leo smashed it out of spite to sever his ties with his emotional self, or whether Ravi got frustrated with his inability to communicate with his real self and smashed it, we will never know, but this all brings us to the same point anyway.
Leo murdered his emotions. Again. In the scene where Leo and Ravi are struggling in front of the painting, Leo finally manages to get Ravi in a chokehold.
The instant that Ravi goes limp, we cut back to the beach scene, and Ravi has walked off into the distance, and Leo is left alone, playing his sad, lonely piano on the shores of his apathy. No more emotions to ignore because they are gone.
Lost to the void.
Banished into darkness.
And thusly, we have proved as best we can Ravi and Leo are probably the same person. At least we're gonna call that good, because if we keep going, we're just gonna go forever, and nobody wants to watch that.
Yeah, if you leave me here too long, I might start talking about the importance of the ballet slippers on the hall tree coat rack thing.
Yeah, let's not.
Nobody wants that.
So that ends our analysis of Beautiful Liar. There's a lot more going on with this video. If you have questions about things you've seen and want to know our opinion on, feel free to ask us. But for now, we're gonna end it here.
And it's October again.
Welcome back to October.
Question.
Yeah.
Where did the pumpkin come from?
The magic of Halloween.
Fair enough.
As always, if you enjoyed our video, we would appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, comment, share it with your friends.
Her birthday is coming up, so we have some really, really fantastic plans we are super excited about.
Yeah, because since it's my birth month, I got to pick the video we're doing, and I won't tell you what it is, but I will say glitter is a key signifier in the identity of the person who we are going to be looking at.
I hope you guys will bear with us as we try to figure out this regular uploading thing again. Summer was super busy on my little farm, so I really haven't had the time to drive the hour up here to visit.
And plus, things kind of get chaotic, but we'll try and get better, and we hope you will, as she said, stick with us. We'll see you next time.